Let's talk about this. Reports today about this al-Qaeda terrorist who was released from federal prison in the United States. Marri is his name, and he was sent over here by Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to be here prior to 9/11 to unleash a second wave of attacks after 9/11, including poisoning water reservoirs and attacking the New York Stock Exchange and all sorts of terrible, nefarious stuff. He was captured. The Obama administration decided to treat him as a criminal as opposed to as a terrorist, you know, sort of at Gitmo. He went through the federal courts here, and he was sentenced to prison. He just got released early for time served and good behavior. I mean, which is, you know, that's a story unto itself. But the reports today were that there may have been a prisoner swap proposed by Qatar, which he has ties to, saying, you know what, we'll let go these Americans, the Hwangs, this couple that had been convicted over there for the death of their daughter. And people here said it was a show trial. They said, we'll let them go if you send Marri back to us. And this guy's a bad terrorist. And everybody said, wait a minute, why would we ever be negotiating for the release of a terrorist in a prisoner swap? Can you confirm that that offer was made by Qatar?
Well, there was no proposal on the table, and that's not something we would consider. And I think it's also important for people to know the Hwangs, which we felt very strongly, as you mentioned, as many people did, that this was a case where they should not have been held. They were released, and the judge said, because there was a lack of forensic evidence, and they were released weeks ago. So
it was very close in timing to Marri's release for good behavior.
You're right, that's true. But this was not a case where there was a prisoner swap considered, discussed as a part of any of these deals.
When you say, I'm just trying to understand your language. When you say there was no proposal on the table, are you ruling out that this was ever suggested by Qatar or any of its representatives to the United States or any of its representatives?
Well, just to be as diplomatic as I can here, Megan, and I appreciate giving me the opportunity, I'm not in a position to confirm everything that's mentioned at any point in time.